Missed out on breakfast? Fret not. It's never too late to grab a bite.
Breakfast Bites today presents how to talk to your children about money in these uncertain times. How do you guys do it?
I do it very, very badly. My sons have no idea what's going on. They would say, I want to buy this. And when I say, do you have money? They just reach for my phone and try to tap it. They don't,
right.
Which is bad. It's bad, guys. But I keep thinking, baby steps are still steps, and so we go to the vending machine now with coins, and I try to explain it. One's 4 and one's 2 years old. The 2-year-old, I'll worry about you later. I'm worried about the 4-year-old for now.
Yeah, when things become digital, it becomes invisible, so that makes it a bit difficult, or at least different from the days we were growing up. I get a different type of struggle in the sense that when my kid loses something, she just says, okay, we'll buy it again, and again, and again, and she keeps losing stuff. So I don't know how to impart the value of the stuff to her.
Yeah, perhaps difficult to justify why you should buy something in these uncertain times. So stock market gyrations, layoffs, a possible recession, inflation. And kids have also probably overheard you guys discussing prices at grocery stores and restaurants, and they're probably hearing unfamiliar terms, or maybe your kids are too young, like tariffs from TV or online or from friends at school. For example, news reports about the impact of the Trump administration's tariffs on the pricing and availability of the new Nintendo Switch 2 video game would be something of interest for many kids, right? And kids are intuitive. They can pick up on concerns their parents have about the cost of living. So if children have questions, experts say parents should be ready to talk because parents are the biggest influence on kids' financial learning. Are you listening, Miss Siek?
I am listening. Please help me.
So if a child wonders how the family may be affected by changes in the economy, you can talk through the concerns to help them reduce fear and confusion. For example, one certified financial therapist says you want to keep it honest but age appropriate. So rather than saying the family may need to cut back on spending, you can try, we're being more careful with our money right now, or we're adjusting how we spend our money. Parents can emphasize any steps they have taken to prepare for financial potholes, like creating a rainy day savings fund. They might say, for example, yes, things are perhaps uncertain, but here's what we've done. Avoid having money talks with children when you're stressed. So if you're busy and not ready to talk, say that you'll find time to chat when things are quieter.
Okay, this makes sense.
Which is difficult when you have young kids, right? Like, you're always busy.
That's true. But I think they're getting at, if you're too emotional about it, you probably wouldn't send the message across in a rational way, right?
That's correct. Other psychologists recommend broaching the subject with children, even if they don't ask, because they have probably heard about economic concerns, especially if they're on social media. So you can say something like, there's a lot of talk about our economy and tariffs. I'm wondering what you've heard about that. Once parents understand what the child knows, they can address any concerns or correct misperceptions. Another individual who's written books about family finances says including children in budgeting could help give them some sense of control, because kids actually want to be part of the solution.
Yeah, I see that. And I think this starts young, teaching them about budgeting, and this is how much money that you have. You can spend this. That's what I'm trying to get at now. I'm only at that stage, guys. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, so my kid went to school the other day and bought a stack of paper.
Okay.
Just to do drawing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure where to start, because we've got lots of paper at home.
Okay. You can start by saying use both sides of the paper and don't waste. If, for instance, here's another example. A household goal is to eat at home most nights instead of dining out. Make it a game by having children suggest meals and help cook them. And if you can swing it, offer to give your children some of the savings as pocket money. So use the carrot and the stick approach, I suppose. What if I'm not confident in talking about money? Now, parents may feel they need to have all the answers, but it's fine to admit you're not an expert. If your children ask about tariffs, for instance, and you don't have enough knowledge on the topic, you can encourage their curiosity and show that it's all right to ask about money by offering to research the subject with them. So you could say something like, I'd like to get a better handle on that myself. Can we look into it together?
Can I just say that the day my kids ask me about tariffs is a day I'm going to call you and be like, Emaad, you're going to teach my kids about this. Because we know a lot about tariffs, the three of us, of course. But once my kid looks me in the eye and asks me about it, that's when I'm going to panic, I think.
Well, I'd like to avoid calling myself an expert in anything, but you can give it a try. Some parents may avoid talking about money with their children because they feel guilt or shame about past financial mistakes. But it's smart to talk about money at home early and often. In fact, research suggests that education from parents during childhood is linked to healthy financial behaviors in young adults, particularly, drumroll, responsible credit card use.
Oh. There's that.
So how can I start conversations with my children about money? You probably have some resources already handy. Simply sharing a receipt after going to the store, for instance, can lead to talks about how much things cost. One individual's parents once gathered her and her siblings around a stack of Monopoly money and counted out how much income they made each month. The young girl looked at that stack and thought that looks like a lot. Then her parents started to subtract the amount they spent for the mortgage, heat, electricity, and food. By the end, there was still a bit left, but the point that was made was that the family's needs were covered, but they had to spend wisely.
Yes, that is such a good idea.
Yeah.
Gamify it.
Yeah, gamify it.
Yeah.
Reading and discussing books, including those not explicitly about money, can start conversations about why characters make the choices they do and how money may have played a role. For young children, one suggestion by one expert is a book called A Bike Like Sergio's, about a boy who desperately wants a cool bicycle. Another book for 3rd to 5th graders, Beatrice's Goat, about a young girl in Uganda who receives a goat and the impact it has on her family.
Wow.
What it does is, without using wonky terms, it introduces concepts like income, savings, and even opportunity costs.
This is fantastic. I need to put down the Paw Patrol books, Ryan, because, the dog being a police guy is just, yeah.
They should come out with a Paw Patrol financial
Yes,
guide
they
for kids or
should.
something.
That's you, Ryan. There you go. There's your idea. Execute it. That's all I have to say about how you can talk to your children effectively about money during these uncertain times.